YTIB People is pleased to present 40 Days 40 Fintechs, an initiative under its Include Everyone program, as it continues to lead the way in advocacy for the creation and dissemination of technology that enables financial inclusivity. The 40 Days 40 Fintechs is shining a spotlight on those that are breaking down digital barriers and bringing millions more on the continent into the transactional space and transforming their lives for the better.
I'm Michael Katerega. I'm the founder of YTIB Capital, and I'm the team lead at YTIB Capital. YTIB Capital is a financial markets software company. We deal in a number of software initiatives to deal with the financial markets especially, and we have two main products. We have the Ubuntu SX, which is an aggregation software for stock exchanges around Africa. We have another product which is an API as a service, which is an SMS to blockchain service. That one is the core part of the application. Blockchain, when you talk about blockchain, it's a technology that is really sometimes misunderstood by communities, especially by the way it started to come in through the cryptocurrencies. A lot of people think that cryptocurrencies is a blockchain, which is not true, because blockchain in itself is a separate technology, and cryptocurrency is just a product that comes on top of that technology. So, but for the blockchain in particular, it has a lot of potential, and that's why we came up with an SMS to blockchain API, whereby we are putting we are trying to put the possibility, the power of the blockchain in the hands of the people, as many as possible, by incorporating it with the SMS. So the way blockchain is impacting society mostly, it's still in the high end, but there's a gap that has to be first be breached between the people who actually supposed to use it, the last mile person in the village deep there, and the person who is on the higher end of development. So for us, what we have done, we have actually got these two to come together, whereby we get the SMS part and we combine it with the blockchain, such that people can access the power of the blockchain without even realizing it. So someone can store their records, someone can transfer asset, you can transfer ownership of your asset using an SMS. All that is a potential giving out to the people using the blockchain network. If you have a phone that uses SMS, you can send a query request to a server or to a network, and then you get certain responses that are not common to daily usage of an SMS. With that, you can query the capabilities of what is happening on the blockchain, and then have them incorporated within your business. For instance, you can have a tokenized. Let me give you an example. One of our clients is it's called Power Garden. For them, what they're doing with our system is, for them, they tokenize the garden. So you have a piece of land, maybe 1 acre, then you have that 1 acre owned by, let's say, 10 people or more. So, but you can transfer your piece of that acre to another friend using an SMS. So I can send an SMS that has my other friend's details that I want to transfer to, and I transfer my ownership from me to that person, but without, when there's already a binding document which is electronic that is created, but for us when you're just sharing SMSs. Most of the challenges that blockchain has, one, it has a bad PR. Right now it has bad PR because a lot of people have been scammed through cryptocurrencies, and people don't understand the difference between blockchain and cryptocurrencies. So for them, most people, they need to be sensitized on actually what blockchain does. And there are so many potentials about blockchain that people are not yet getting. So one of the barriers is they're not much informed about the potentials of the blockchain network. And then another thing is that on the technical part of it, the pool for blockchain developers is not that much. So that's why on one of our training platforms, we have a training course for blockchain. So when a client comes, we first of all take their team through that course so that they understand how to develop on the blockchain. So that is another way of developing the capacity that is currently lacking on blockchain development in the country at the moment. Then another thing is there's a challenge of, because developing these things is not cheap, and the funding that is available to finance such projects that take longer is a bit not there yet. So we need to find a gap between financing such big projects or complex projects for that matter. I'm first of all grateful to 40 Days 40 Fintechs. I'm grateful to the organizers of this program, because this is something that should have already happened, but I'm thankful that it's already happening. There's mostly the awareness part, because a lot of the 40 Days 40 Fintechs has created a lot of awareness in the communities around financial markets. You can find us at ubuntusx.com, and then you can find our API at sms2blockchain.ubuntusx.com.
40 Days 40 Fintechs is presented in proud partnership with Crossleg Technologies, Modusbox, Modular Foundation, and Level 1 Projects.